Good morning. My mom and I are pulled off the road here outside of this tiny little town called Rowena, I believe. And this is close to Jamestown, here in the Roosevelt National Forest. And today, my mom and I are going to go for Nugget Hill. Looks like a relatively easy hike, maybe about 2.2 miles out, with roughly a 1,600 foot elevation gain. Official start time, 6:30. And as I was flying the drone around this morning, getting the initial shots, I saw this big hole in the ground just beyond the road. That's nuts. I almost crashed the drone in there. And this thing just starts going straight up, right out the gate. My goodness. And it's a little loose through here. Not too bad though. And just up the road is this gate, and more importantly, this sign, entering Boulder County Parks and Open Space. I'm pretty sure that means that this is a no drone zone. All right, let's take it across the water. I just stepped in the water. That wasn't very graceful at all. And now let's hike up the water. That's looking up behind us. And we're gonna be catching some snow here pretty soon. Looks all white up there. Awesome. We've got a few downed trees on this road. Not a big deal though. Go right underneath of it. We've been coming up this road like gangbusters. My goodness. We're getting up there. That main road is way down there below us now. Yeah. We've come up to a boundary sign, and I'm understanding this to mean that we're now leaving the Boulder County Parks and Open Space, which means we're back in the drone zone, baby. I believe it's the All Trails map that shows the trail starting down there at Rowena. And I was like, what the heck is Rowena? But as we were driving down the road, we passed this little group of houses, and I'm just assuming that that was Rowena. We're coming up to some more mining ruins. Looks like that little hole right there is all gated off. Yep. Got more garbage right here. Yeah, we're knocking it out. And this road is kind of steep back here. Look at that. Oh, we're getting ready to launch it. Yeah, this is getting a little crunchy back here. Yeah, honestly, this isn't the most enjoyable hike going up. This road is loose and crusty. Man, and it's steep too. I'm just saying there are much more enjoyable hikes you can do. hopefully the payoff at the top is worth it. And what I think we're going to do next is obviously stay on the trail, but then I think it kind of wraps around this high point and then goes behind it. And it's going to go behind this high point over to Nugget Hill. We've just come up and over a real steep section, and to my surprise, we're now going downhill. Yeah, I was hoping this didn't have any downhill in the middle. And real quick, shout out to the hiking channel Rugged Land for giving us the inspiration to do this hike today. Yeah, as soon as you're done watching this video, go over there and subscribe to Rugged Land. And the conditions are getting a little better up here. I'm liking this trail. We're in the snow too, which is making things extra beautiful. Yeah, there's nothing better than the white snow and a blue sky. Except maybe a pepperoni pizza. And that's looking down at where the road is. We're coming up this thing. We're floating along here at 8,000 vertical feet, which means we've got just over 500 left up to the summit. And we have been hiking for 55 minutes. Just got done flying the drone around for a few seconds, and I have discovered that my entire bottle of water spilled into my backpack. I was wondering why it was soaking wet. I thought it was because I had set it in snow or something. But nope, I spilled 20 ounces of water. All of it. I got no water now. Wow, this thing got crazy right here. Look at this trail. We just look at it. We just made it up to 8,300 feet. And we've also just hit the snow. The summit of Nugget Hill is just over 8,500. So we're getting up there. We don't have much left at all. But my goodness, it looks like we're gonna get a big chunk of it right here. And coming up this part right here was really steep and muddy. That's gonna be fun on the way down. All right, we're almost there. Dang. And then right behind me, it continues. Just this real steep part. It's like a little trough of snow and mud. Walking through this mud. We're at well over 8,500 right now. And we're going to go up and over this high point to the west of Nugget Hill. And it looks like after we top out up here, we're going to drop it down 140 feet or so and then back up to the summit. So that's where the 1,600 foot net elevation comes in. We got a little down and up here in the middle. And we're up there. This high point is only a few feet shorter than the Nugget Hill summit. Yep, I can see it over there. It's waiting for us. And we're starting to drop it down. I think from this high point over to Nugget Hill is about a half mile. And online, when I was researching this hike, it said that it was generally considered challenging. And I was like, how can a 2.2 mile hike with a 1,600 foot elevation gain be challenging? But I can see how they got that. The trail's pretty rough. There's no trail signs out here. Yeah, it's not the easiest hike ever. Well, I thought we were done going downhill, but we're not. We're continuing to drop. According to the GPS, it looks like it drops down to about 8,420 and then straight back up again to the summit of Nugget Hill. Final push to the summit. It's right there. And we're up there, summit of Nugget Hill. And this took us an hour and 55 minutes. And this is the view from the summit, but it's real windy up here, so we're gonna duck back down to the trees. It's just unbearable up there. There's nowhere to hide from the wind. It's freezing cold. So yeah, we're gonna drop it down right here. Hopefully find a good spot out of the wind. Bust out the stove for some tea. Oh yeah, it's already way better, like right here. We had read online where someone had said that it's always windy up there. And yeah, I would agree with that. It's kind of windy up there. That looks like a really pretty summit, but the clouds started to roll in and our views just went to crap. So we're sitting here on the trail just under the summit, and it's like 50 times better right here. We're like 95% out of the wind. It's about 9:15. We've eaten an entire bag of cheesy smiles. We had our tea, and I flew the drone. So it's time to go. It's time to head on back. And this was a good spot right here. We're out of the wind. That was her rock, and that was mine. All right, let's do it. Let's take it on back. And it's starting to get a little cold up here again. Our hands are like chilly willy. Yeah, chilly vanilla because we're white. We've come down the R-rated portion of the trail up there, and the rest of this should be PG-13, all the way back down to where I'm parked. We're almost done with this hike, and this bottom 3/4 of a mile is by far the best terrain on the hike. The last 1.5 miles or so up to the summit is real loose and rocky. And we're back. It's just now 10:30, so that took us 1 hour and 15 minutes to come down. Looking at 1 hour and 55 up, 1:15 down. And my GPS has got that right at 2.2 miles on the nose. All right, Nugget Hill. Boom, got it. And now that the hike is over, go subscribe to Rugged Land. But we hope you enjoyed that short little hike. And until the next one, y'all, peace.